Oh man, I didn't know Gucci versus Jeezy is like exactly what I would need to get me to get back into video making mode, but man, that was a great battle. I think it's great for all the reasons that people think is great and for some of the reasons that people think it is. Gucci versus Jeezy is hands down the best verses I think we've gotten, and I will not change my mind on that. This goes to show how influential the South has been on hip hop, how impactful their sound has been, how impactful trap music is and was. Y'all can tell me down below who you got winning this. On a musical level, I'm gonna go with my man Jeezy, all right? Jeezy had the hits for me, all right? Gucci also had hits. On an overall level, Gucci was like playing chess and was focused on like disrespecting this man's legacy, his career, his life, and I understand why. I mean, Gucci wasn't even trying for half the battle, I gotta say, because like he didn't play Freaky Girl, he didn't play My Kitchen, he didn't play 24 Hours, he didn't play Gangsta Movie, he didn't play Stay Strapped. I don't think he played Awesome. There were so many hits, you know. Jeezy was playing features as well. If that's the game that we're gonna play, Gucci easily could have played Gucci Bandana. There's so many tracks that Gucci had that could have gotten him W's in each of these rounds, but he didn't, and that led me to believe, you know what, this man is here to disrespect the fuck out this man. At one point, there's a cut, and Gucci's talking about, I'm wearing $10,000 clothing. This man looked like a fucking bum. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I didn't think this is what you were here to do. Jeezy was definitely playing on people expecting maturity from this Verzuz, which is why before every fucking song this man had a speech. This man Gucci got on stage talking about, nah man, play some of my new shit, I got current hits. And what does he do? He plays a song with Bruno Mars. She's standing up the entire show. Like, I don't think out of an hour and a half this man sat down once. Jeezy sitting down like trying to be cordial, Gucci trying to get active. Every time these niggas look at each other, I'm like, wow, one of these niggas really might die. Gucci seemed to be killing in the beginning, but as people said, those Jeezy songs seem to be coming in like biting mail-in votes. I know I give Jeezy the overall W when it comes to the music here, but as soon as Gucci played Photo Shoot, it was over for me. Like, I didn't need to see any more battle. I wanted him to play that one song, and I would have been satisfied with the entire thing. Like, I love Jeezy, but Photo Shoot Gucci, Wasted Gucci, those are some Gucci. That's Gucci that I can never replicate. I can't ever try to, you know, put him up against anybody. That Gucci is just untouchable to me. And that's where I say Gucci came in more as a performer as opposed to a man who is standing atop his old accomplishments. Jeezy, to me, was coming in off the strength of the work he had already put in from back then, which there's nothing wrong with, but Gucci really came for like that energy to me. And he came with the energy of a trap rapper. He came with the ignorance. He came with the pettiness. He came with the there's no forgiveness. And obviously there shouldn't be. You know, this is you're standing across from a man who tried to have you offed. It's not gonna be all like, oh yeah, let's be friends. Like, nah, fuck out of here, fuck out my face. As far as disrespect and vibe and like energy, Gucci was on some totally different level. This man played truth. Said, we smoking on Pookie Loke. Called his mans a free kill.
Damn!
And honestly, we need to be giving Gucci all the respect in the world for even showing up in this man's presence. The level of composure and the amount of times you'd have to hold yourself back, the amount of maturity it takes to even appear in this setting against a man who tried to off you, that's a level of growth I don't think most of these rappers have ever tried to achieve. Jeezy got on his Jesse Jackson and tried to sun Gucci. Only thing I disagreed with was, how are you gonna throw King Von and Nipsey Hussle into that conversation when, had things gone the way you had planned for them to go back in 05, back in 06, Gucci would have been in that same conversation with King Von and Nipsey Hussle. We'd be mentioning him in past tense had things happen the way they were supposed to. So can you really sit here across from him and say something like that? This is where musically the rest of the battles just seem to go in favor of Jeezy. You know, he playing Put On, he playing Seen It All, he playing Soul Survivor. Like, there's nothing that can compete with these songs. Gucci throwing out Quavo features, and I'm like, man, this dude's down bad. But he came here to do what he was supposed to do. Disrespect the fuck out of Jeezy. And y'all can't say he didn't disrespect him or his legacy, man. This dude said, we smoking on Pookie Loke. I don't care if that was scripted. You had to agree to play the truth for this man to appear. That's an immediate L, number one. Number two, this man said we smoking on Pookie Loc, called your mans a free kill. I don't care how many scripts you throw in front of me. There is nothing you can do to get me to agree to be okay with that. And people can play like Pookie Loc and Jeezy weren't that close, as if Jeezy didn't make a song dedicating part of it to Pookie Loc. Jeezy has a song called Forgive Me, like, relax. As soon as Gucci started playing the truth, my eyes is like, hey, yo, somebody, we're security at, fam. Hey, yo, get these niggas, they about to go crazy. Hey, yo, get him, he wild. Things are going okay, but it seems like Gucci's still disrespecting this man on the side, and I'm thinking that Jeezy is noticing this, so he's stopping the battle completely and saying, hey, yo, we can handle this right now. And I'm like, oh, shit. Part of my brain is being primitive and immature and being toxic. And I'm just like, yes, violence. And then he plays Icy. And at first I was disappointed. And then I was like, you know what, man? That's so wholesome. I can't wait till I get that old and I'm able to handle my problems like that. Let bygones be by. Wait a fucking minute. We all just got played. Pookie Loc looking from behind his tombstone like, nigga, what the fuck did you just say? She got on stage, disrespected this man for almost an hour straight, started the whole thing off with a diss record, and then at the end said, no disrespect, it's all love. Fuck out of here. I'm trying to go to the compound and instigate. Which is why, like I said, a part of this makes me feel like, you know, yeah, I think some of it they knew was gonna happen, but I think some of the freestyle bits, some of the improv bits, I think some of that was really genuine, because Gucci's response to Jeezy's speech was essentially to say, yeah, I told you I wasn't gonna do this thing if I couldn't play the truth. I told you I wasn't gonna do this thing if I couldn't do it the way I felt like it, and that was genuine because that was true. So I feel like there was a lot of it that was real and true, but I feel like Gucci just ended it looking cordial, just so that the whole moment wouldn't be ruined. Because this is a legendary moment. You know, people will never forget this Verzuz. There were parts and elements of it that I just don't think were scripted. On like a psychological level, on a comfortability level, I think Gucci won that. I think he walked away feeling like he got some things off his chest, disrespecting this man, his mans, and letting him know that I thwarted your attempt at my life. I'll never forgive you for it, even if I respect your right to live. And Jeezy just always gonna have to take that from Gucci. He's just always gonna have to take that. Jeezy might have won like the song battle, in my opinion. I got them sitting at around like 15-8, you know, something like that. And Gucci re-released Truth on his YouTube channel. So I'm like, yo, this is a little... It's a little deeper than people are kind of looking at it. I don't know what the bigger flex is, though. Clowning this man's in front of him and saying that I offed your homie, he a free kill, or the man who requested that you do the verses standing in front of you preaching even after he made an attempt at your life. And I know he just said that he wanted the chain, but you know things go wrong with stuff like that all the time. If you put somebody in a position to have their chain snatched, you basically you taking into account that shit might go left too and they might die. So it's the same thing to me. But I don't know what the bigger flex is, you know? Hey, I killed your mans, or hey, I tried to kill you and you still ain't do nothing to me. It might be a bigger flex to say I took your mans and I beat the charge, though. Either way, it's still a tragic situation that somebody's life was lost due to, you know, the lifestyle, due to the violence. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't feel where Gucci's coming from more. And there was some quotables outside of the songs that were playing, like Gucci talking about, yeah, bankroll really saved you on that one. Like, bro, relax. Ace in the back talking about kill yourself. Like, nigga, chill. You're not even in the battle. Gucci is living comfortably because he disrespected this dude for an hour. That's basically what I saw. Disrespected man for an hour, and that was what he came to do. Jeezy, like I said, Jeezy won the song battle. I feel like he won the song battle, but like on a man-to-man basis here, Gucci walking away with the W. I'm sorry. But they definitely went from dissing dead niggas to a duet. Like, how do you go from, I smoked your homie to, yeah, let's smoke with each other? No! Only compound we about to go to is me putting a compound in your drink, because you about to die tonight. Last but not least, we got, you know, Meek Mill dropping a little EP, a little 4-pack. He called it the quarantine pack. I like some of these songs. Intro was cool. In the joint that he's got with 42 Dougs, I really like that. It's got a complete Detroit sound to it, and I like Meek Mill riding over these type of beats. Outside of that, though, the EP is nothing special to me. Nothing to write home about. It's nothing too crazy. It's about what I'd expect from Meek. If you remember his Meekadelia or Philadelphia, whatever the last tape was, he dropped another 4-pack or another EP a while ago. There wasn't too many songs, but it was a decent EP. This is kind of like on the same level as that. Nothing that gets me excited about an album from him, but I am glad to hear new Meek. All right, I'm not gonna act like I'm not. The hate towards Meek Mill has got to stop. I don't know when this began, but it needs to get up out of here. All right, I'm not about to have y'all keep disrespecting the man who dropped Dreams Worth More Than Nightmares, or who dropped the amazing intro. All right, we're not gonna keep letting y'all get away with this. All right, y'all need to be stopped. And DaBaby surprisingly dropped some decent music this week as well. I didn't expect him to come through with anything entertaining. And while I wouldn't say I was entertained, I definitely could respect how he was tackling his trauma and how he was tackling his grief. For those who don't know, his brother recently passed away. A very tragic situation. You can go look that up yourself. I don't want to put too much of that info out there, but if you're already hearing the EP, you probably already know what happened. I think DaBaby is handling it as best he can musically, and I think it's showing. He's got some passion in these new songs. One of my favorites being Gucci Peacoat. I think his energy on that track is great. There's another track with Meek Mill called 8 Figures, and Handgun with No Cap and Polo G that I really enjoy too. Like I said, I haven't been a fan of DaBaby for a minute because his music has just been so repetitive and so mind-numbing recently, but I think with this little EP, he definitely showed a lot more promise. So definitely check those two EPs out. I'll be back soon with a Megan Thee Stallion review.